The flames in this Discord have never been good. Be honest.
Leave my bot alone.
I think someone's been fucking with the proms lately. Because Ed managed to put pictures in barracks.
What, a developer?
Heresy.
Yeah.
Fucking heresy.
He managed to put pictures
Man,
in use.
and CO still
Hello,
can't
Lambert, I'm
win.
here, by the way.
Allow COs to put pictures in barracks.
No,
No.
because then it's no longer bad.
This will be a fucking
No.
shit show.
It's
Not
fine.
actually, just opens up.
Allow me to put pictures in barracks.
No, don't allow her.
Well, just make the bot, delete any post in barracks, and repost it to Pinboard. It's fine.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Leave back.
That's not a bad idea, you know. And then link
Just
to
get rid of
the-
barracks, delete it.
Skyrim
hang on,
once
wait,
again being
Ezio?
based.
Is Ezio here?
That's an Etsy no.
Yeah.
Currently.
Ben,
Say no.
Server, isn't he?
yeah, he's at the
Yeah,
podium.
he's-
No. Just
He is on the channel.
ping him, ping him, ping him.
He's not here.
Alright, let's
You
get
might have went for a
started.
drink.
I am
Oh, come
here,
on.
what do you mean? I've been here for a few
Ezio?
minutes. No.
Oh, okay.
You fucked.
Alright, we're starting.
Get fucked, mate.
Okay, we're starting. Ceremony, medals. Let's see. Is there anything interesting? It was added from last week. Oh yeah, the Caldo, you had your thing to award, don't you?
Yeah, I have two of them actually because I didn't do the one last week.
Go on then.
Alrighty. Give me a second, I'll pull it up. Alright, first one. Because he wasn't here last week, can I get Ensign Dunedain? So, a couple weeks ago, we had Artie at the 63 Sunday, and Dune repeatedly got 8 kills in multiple rounds with the cannon. And in order to get the golden cannonball, you need 9, not 8. I think it was like 3, it might have been 4 rounds in a row where he got 8 kills. And yeah, so I will be awarding you the medal participation. Congratulations.
Kick W.
Russian.
And the next one, if you hear, Sergeant Major Hiram.
Fine.
Mr. Hiram, where do I start? This man is, once again, like every almost like the usual Sergeant Major, is an absolute workhorse. I'm pretty sure the guy is a literal professor of like some super math statistics thing. This guy does so much work behind the scenes. He's literally remaking a bot to replace our current one. It's supposed to be better. He does, yeah, $5. He does a ton of work for the NCOs. He helps a lot here in the naval side of things with that as well. He's an absolute pleasure. Always a happy, cheerful guy. I don't think anyone has a bad thing to say about him. So for your amazing contributions to the KRA, Hiram, I will be awarding you the Medal of Dedication. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Well deserved.
Totally unexpected. Appreciate it.
That's all I have. Back to my bot testing.
Back in the dungeon.
Alright, cool. Vic, are you here, buddy?
He's got work.
Oh, well. Cool. Nullfront, you here?
Yep.
Medal name, medal of dedication. Reason doing the ceremony report for the last 2 months. Congrats.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Nice.
We're very happy for you, buddy. Right. Specials. Oh, only one thing. Only one person this week. Did you look at that? Nepal, my good friend, please walk up. You killed 5 or more people as a skirmisher. You're elite skirm. Congrats, buddy. That's all for specials.
Thank you.
Okay, before we get into the important stuff, let's go for all the sections. Well, not sections, but departments.
Company.
Shut up, Alex. Anything for line leading?
Nothing for this week. Next week we might have something actually.
Cool, grades. Elcom, melee, or someone who can say anything about melee.
Nothing is here.
Okay.
Wake him up.
Okay. Rex recruitment.
Nothing this week as well, but next week as well, we're probably gonna look at a better one for recruitment.
Harper, mentorship.
Yeah, a couple of things. I don't think either of them are here, but we are going to be accepting both Webby and Doom into mentorship. I will catch up with them at some point. I don't think they're here to shout if they are. I don't think they are. But yeah, they're going to be accepted into mentorship, and they're going to be helping us out. So thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Lovely. Right, so, what's another depot? Oh yeah, basic training. Warden, buddy, you here?
Nothing from me this week.
Okay. Roland, shot calling.
This week.
You got anything? Next week, okay. Alright. Cool. Is this when we start plugging different comps sections?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, let's go start with the most important and numerous one. Nepal, please come up here so I can plug Naval.
All right. We had a somewhat eventful week. We've had a lot of fucking attendance at our more public events, which has led to a lot of you guys signing up. We are now at a record high of 62 people involved in Comp Naval. Thank you all for that. We appreciate having you all there. We also had a very fun skirm with X recently. And as many of you can guess, they whooped our butts, but at the same time, they're the best people in the game. They've been doing it for a very long time. And our shot calls were put to good use. We actually hit pretty much every damn cannonball we were shooting. They just hit more important spots of the boat. So we're getting better. We're pogging off. We got more people. Shit is great. Please come sign up and try it out if you haven't. And let me know if you have any friends in any other regs who are trying to set up skirms, because as much fun as it is to play against X, I would like to win one. So yeah, that's all I got to say. Yeah, thank you guys.
If you want to play against X even more, there's an X Nail event at 10 o'clock this evening, BST.
Yes,
Lovely.
thank you, Middling.
Everyone,
Very
make
good
sure you
point.
say hi to Rexiel from the AGS regiment who's visiting us today.
Hi, Rexiel.
Hello,
Hi,
Hello, Rexiel.
I'm Alexia.
Hi.
Taking his break from Minecraft.
Yes. All right, Ben, come to talk to us about Compline and Melee.
Oh, now for Comp Melee, really. For the cool thing, Comp Line, we did our second week of NWL last night, and we 8-0'd clean sweep the 8th LR. Thank you to Cerberus and Elcom for leading, and other
Funny.
people who were there.
You
like
won
my-
8 rounds against Dave.
Yeah. And also everybody who turned up, people who XO'd, like Pac and Octavian, and people who gave shot calls like Caldia and also Elcom, and somebody in Octavian's line, probably Octavian. And everybody else who came, like Verb and Chris and Clock and me and Spartan. And thank you to the reserves as well, even though you didn't get to play. Thank you for coming along and waiting the entire time if you were needed. We appreciate it.
Cool. So let's see what's next. Fia, would you like to talk about Comp for Cav?
So this week's been fairly quiet for Comp Cav because we were waiting for the other teams to have their match. But 26th ended up beating out 7 Foos, which means we're going to be up against 26th. Hopefully this weekend. We still need to arrange it, but we're aiming to get it organised this weekend. Once again, if possible, Nepal's going to be streaming it, so keep an eye out for that.
Lovely. Anyone want to talk about Comp Rifles if that's still a thing?
Yes, we do, because things are actually happening for us.
Oh, they are. That's lovely.
They are.
Right, so we did the little test match for the league. We won that against someone, I can't remember who now. But
TRB?
could have been.
Augers. It was TRB. Shout
Yeah,
out.
there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah, TRB.
Because it
Yeah,
does
so
the leading.
3-1. Then this week was the official start. We didn't have a match this week though, and our first match is next week versus the 8th LR, I think. So yeah, things are actually happening. Do Comp Rifle in it.
Hey.
Perfect. Okay, I believe we talked about all comp sectors, so now we can move on to the more important news, I guess. Alright, so this, I say this with a heavy heart, but we're promoting Ben to First Lieutenant, so come up, Ben.
Oh, God, no! God,
You'll receive the L in your DMs very soon, Rowlum.
Let's go.
Undeserved. Should have been rolling. SMA.
Why?
What a fucking day. Oh
Jesus
my
Christ.
god.
Come give your speech, Ben.
Game.
Nepotism.
Not nepotism.
Alex brought up that Ben for promotion, not me, so there is no nepotism involved because Alex hates Ben.
Exactly.
Wait, what?
Ben, how much art did you send him?
Oh god. Thank you. I love this Reg. This Reg is great. I'm thankful to have contributed. Walla, stop shooting me. I'm thankful to have spent as much time as I have here, or over 2 years now, and I'm very glad that I've been able to help in several different aspects. I've been line leading a lot. I've comp. We're pogging. Shut up, Alex. I wasn't line leading good, but I was line leading. But yeah, nothing particularly amazing speech-wise, but thank you. I'm game.
This is the part where he goes inactive.
I'm going inactive next week. Bye-bye.
This is the way.
Very, very, very cool. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot. Probably should have mentioned that earlier. There's like an NCO promotion today, isn't there? Right?
Yep. Sure.
Yeah, Sergeant Majors.
There's two actually.
Oh, okay. Go, Sergeant Major. Whoever's here, present in charge. And one of the Sergeant Majors, please come up here and announce it. Sorry, yeah.
That's okay. We actually only have one. There are some others that are incoming, but for various reasons they couldn't be promoted this week. So watch for more NCO promotions coming soon. He is not able to be here today, but I didn't want to let this ceremony go by without announcing it. We are all a fan of his dedication to his game in general and his boo-boo kisses in battles in particular. And so for all the services he has rendered to the KRA, we are promoting Mini-Man from Corporal to Master Corporal this week. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Very bug. Boo-boo kisses and all that. Boo-boo kisses, yes.
Yeah. You're gonna be right. That was quick.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you were expecting that.
I started eating something. Right. I believe there is. I know there's a speech, but is there anything else I'm forgetting? No. Okay. Perfect. Lamebird, the stage is yours.
Oh.
Unmuted, are you? Please tell me you're not muted. You are not muted anymore.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Yep.
Hello.
Hi, Lamber.
Hello.
Hi, Lamber.
Invited guests and fellow members of the 1st King's Royal Army, my friends. Aloha mai kako. This will be the last time that I will be speaking to you as a Royal Guardsman. It has been a privilege to be a member of one of the largest communities in Hofas, one of the largest communities that I have ever been a part of, online or in real life. If you were to tell me over 3 years ago that I would embark on this journey, I would probably tell you that you are crazy, that there is no way I would ever become a part of something like this. I first began playing Hofas in the autumn of 2017. I had first heard about the game from Burke Black, one of my favorite streamers on Twitch, and one of the most positive guys that I've ever met online. He really is an awesome guy, by the way. When I first began playing Hofas, I was thinking that I would play for a while, get a feel for line battles, and then move on to War of Rights, a game that I was more interested in because it is set during the Civil War, a conflict that I'm more familiar with than the Napoleonic Wars. For a few weeks, I played Hofas casually on the public servers, and then took a break over the holidays focusing on other games. I then returned to Holdfast in February of 2018. It was then that I first met Colonel Lewis Havels. At the time, I had no intention or desire to join a regiment. For many years, I shied away from online communities, considering them to be filled with drama, stress that I did not need in my life. Gaming was supposed to be an escape, and for myself it still is. It's not meant to be to something taken very seriously. It's supposed to be fun. For several years prior to playing Hopefast, I was playing a Japanese MMO called Uncharted Waters Online. Like Hopefast, Uncharted Waters is a niche game with a passionate community, and similar to Hopefast, Uncharted Waters has been through a long journey of development of nerfs and bug fixes and rebalancing and etc. For years I played Uncharted Waters Online, and then one day the game came under new management and the servers were wiped. I lost years of character progression, which really sucked. I soon lost interest in the game, and not too long afterwards I began playing Hopefast. When I first met Bells, I was sporting the 100 442nd as part of my gamer tag. Known as the Purple Heart Battalion, the 100th Battalion of the 442nd Regimental Combat Team earned its fame on the battlefields of Italy and France during World War II. It was composed of Nisei, second-generation Japanese Americans from Hawaii, who had been separated from the rest of the Hawaii National Guard after the Pearl Harbor attacks. The battalion, as well as the larger 442nd, were nicknamed Go for Broke, kind of like us at the line battles, in honor of the courage of its soldiers to the point of disregard for casualties. To this day, the 100 442nd remains one of the most decorated units in U.S. military history, with 9,486 Purple Hearts, 21 Medals of Honor, and 7 Presidential Unit citations. It's kind of like us too in Hopefast. I was sporting the 100 442nd in my name, in part to honor this storied unit, but I was also sporting the tag to draw off the regimental recruiters, who from the time I first began playing Hopefast had already been trying to recruit me. Hey Bales was different, however. For 3 weeks, Bales pursued me, regularly asking if I wanted to join his regiment. I hesitated, saying I would think about it. I enjoyed playing with Bales and with his mates, but I was still very uneasy about joining any regiment, including his own. Finally, Bales pulled me aside on Highlands one day in late March of 2018. I'll never forget his words, and especially the way he spoke them. Lame Bear, I need you. Sort of like that. Bales said those words so sincerely that I finally relented. I decided to take the leap of faith and join the 1st King's Royal Army. It was one of the best decisions that I've ever made. Most of you who are here today already know the rest of the story of how I began greeting everyone in the KRA with aloha, of how I began sharing more about Hawaii and its beautiful culture, and how I eventually ended up in the Royal Guards, where I remained in the KRA until today. None of this was intentional. It really wasn't, guys. I initially entered the KRA with no expectations and with a great deal of uneasiness. I knew Bales and several of his mates from the public servers, but I didn't know who I would end up meeting in the KRA. I didn't know what kinds of experiences I'd have in a line battle regiment, and I didn't know how long I would last in this community. I therefore decided to start posting aloha messages on the KRA Discord, thinking that the best way to become a member of the community is to be myself, to be as friendly and positive a guy as I could be. I didn't expect much to come out of that, especially after all the years I've spent online gaming. But I was wrong. I soon discovered the guys appreciated my aloha messages, so I began posting them on a daily basis. I then began thanking people with mahalos, especially after the line battles that I had been regularly attending. Then I began sharing more about myself, about Hawaii and the Pacific Islands, and then, after I joined the Royal Guards, I began mentioning KRA members for their various accomplishments and especially for their contributions to the community. The more positive feedback I was getting, the more comfortable I became in the KRA, and the more inspired I felt to share more of myself with others. I began meeting other players in Hopefast, both on the public servers and at the line battles. There are so many names I can mention, so many guys who have now become part of Hopefast lore. Guys like Thinklebean, Soviet Womble, Aha, John Baptiste, Marquis de Lafayette, Cheese Bill, and you guys can probably put a whole bunch of names in there. And of course, guys, J-Rod. But the one person who I will never forget, was Jon Snow. I always remember John, not only because we were always on opposite sides, not only because he was the OG on the Highland Mortars, but also because John was nice. Like so many in Holdfast and so many here in the KRA, John treated me with respect. John treated me with aloha. Something then began happening to me that I thought would never happen. After years of struggling with depression and anxiety in my real life, and despite all the years that I hesitated from joining an online gaming community, I began making friends again. Today I stand here speaking to all of you, filled with amazement at how far I've come, of how far we've come as a community, as a game. Holdfast has changed. So has the King's Royal Army. So has our world. Change is both natural and inevitable. We live in a world today that seems more divided than it has ever been before, where people have never felt more isolated, have never felt more alienated, afraid, angry, and anguished than ever before. But what I've discovered in the KRA and in Holdfast is that community will always exist whenever a group of people come together to enjoy doing something that they love, that something beautiful and powerful can emerge from that experience, that gamers, despite the toxicity that exists in online culture, and in spite of all the memes that we gamers love doing, that we can be nice guys, that we are more than capable of kindness, of compassion, of doing meaningful things, of treating others with respect and with aloha. This is the message that I want to leave you all with today, that in whatever you do, whether it be in this community, in Holdfast, or in your real lives, that you respect others, that you be kinder and more compassionate in word and in deed, that the simplest word and actions can help change someone's life. It certainly did with myself, guys. Life is too short with bitterness, and life is too long for regrets. I've learned so much in the 3 years that I've been a part of this community, in the 7,000 plus hours, I think it's 7,100 now, that I've been playing Holdfast. I've learned the true meaning of friendship, of being a part of something bigger than myself, of the enduring power of aloha. But no matter where I go, I'll never forget the special bonds of friendship that I forged here in the KRA and in the Holdfast community at large. And I'll always be grateful to all of you for these beautiful memories, for the memes, for this crazy, memorable voyage that we've shared together for so long. I thank you all for attending today. I thank you all for being my friends. And I leave you with these words of hope from one of my favorite songs. It's been a good time together, and the best is yet to come. Mahalo nui loa, everyone. Aloha.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
Thanks, guys. So, ladies and gents, lads and lassies, I introduce Jexter. He's gonna come up and say a few words, guys.
Yeah, you're unmuted.
Cool. So, hi guys. I get the really unfortunate task of trying to follow up Lame Bear, both in terms of speaking and then also as the new head of the Royal Guards. So, with all of this, I'll keep my remarks pretty brief, just because, can't really follow up that. To Lame Bear, thank you for the trust you're putting in me, helping me guide me through your move out of the regiment and into the community more. It's been a really great pleasure getting to talk to you, and the kindness you showed to pretty much everyone and me from day one. The first messages that we get in this Discord are usually an ad from Lame Bear saying aloha, and that's just always such a nice thing. So I'll do my best to keep the guards and as much as I can with this regiment as a whole as great and beautiful as a place as you've made it for me. All I can say is mahalo laki mekai.
Right. Anyone else wishes to say anything? No, lovely. Everyone's.
If we could, we're gonna do.
What's the
one
Premier
last over
League?
Here.
Anyway, oh, what's that?
Lambert has a few more things.
The kind Ezio. The ding.
No, sure.
Wacky, please step up to the podium. You may have to unmute him.
Sure thing. Where is he though? OG, where? There you go, Wack.
Hello. I would like to ask Jax and Lambert if they could respawn and wait a moment before coming in. Could I get 2 columns on either side of the carpets, please? If everybody would like to form 2 columns either side of the carpets. Aim up at a 45-degree angle. And then I would also ask, as they passed by here, that you would fire. All right. Hit it, boys. Hit the music. Today we are gathered here for Jax and Lambert. I am the knockoff Archie. This was supposed to be Archie doing this, but I'm the knockoff. Trying to lighten the mood here a bit. I know I'm doing a bit of a job here. Jax, do you take Lambert as your are you going to marry Lambert in a union, Jax?
No, that's John.
Oh. Well, anyway here. Do you wish to take over the guards, Jax?
I do.
If you do, please present it, Lambert.
Don't shoot.
Fire when ready. If everyone would like to present here, one last volley. And fire.
Okay, believe that's it.
I'm not crying. You're.
Oh yeah, Elcom, hi. You woke up? Anything from LA?
Killed someone.
No, I don't believe so.